Today we're making Focaccia Barese, and we're going to use a blend of Semola flour from Caputo and EVOO flour 70-30 blend. We love to use Caputo because it's milled in Naples, Italy, and it's natural and it's free of bromate or any other chemicals often found in American flour. For this recipe, we use 280 grams of EVOO flour from Caputo, 120 grams of Semola flour, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 250 grams of room temp water, 8 grams of sea salt, and 30 grams of extra virgin olive oil. It's optional, but we also added 80 grams of boiled potato, skin removed. It adds some nice starch and moisture, which contributes to a higher effective hydration level in your dough. You can use whichever ingredients you prefer, but the traditional Focaccia Barese is always tomatoes, olives, and oregano. We love the pitted olives from Frankie's 457 out of Brooklyn. Bella, you gonna help me? Okay, dump it in. Good. See, that one's yellow, right, Belle? Yeah. Now this one is the really fine EVOO flour. Dump that one in. Wow. Did a 70-30 ratio. And we can dump in our, what's this, do you remember? Yeast. Yeast, dump the yeast in there. Dump it in. Yeah, sometimes it smells yucky, right? 1 teaspoon of sugar, get it in there. It's okay. Good. And now we're gonna do our room temp water. Bella, get the water in there. It's okay. That's all right. Uh-oh. Look, we're back in business, and Peachy's gonna clean up the rest. We're gonna get this into like a shaggy ball and then turn it out on the wooden work surface and knead it. Right now we're mixing the two flours, the Semola and the EVOO flour from Caputo. We add in all our other ingredients, the yeast and the sugar. We're gonna add in our potato. All right, Belle, we're gonna put the potato in now. You ready? Do you wanna do it? Mm-hmm. Let's do it. You need to take your hand when you're done eating your tarali. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're strong. Good girl. Now I just gotta mix for a couple of minutes. You wanna get underneath the dough and then turn it on itself like this. Belle, look, lift it over itself like that. You like the potato? It's all right.
It's like a donut. No.
We're gonna get this on our wooden board here. Bella, look. Belle, look. I'm gonna knead this for just a couple minutes, not much longer. And then I gotta let it sit for like an hour so it doubles in size. And then once it doubles in size, which is basically what's in that container, I take the dough out of the container after it's sat for an hour. I put it in the circular pan that I'm gonna bake it in with a bunch of olive oil on the pan so it doesn't stick. And then we're gonna bake it at 400 degrees for like 30-40 minutes. With baking, it's all about hydration. The focaccia is typically a higher hydration so you can see it's sticky. Right, so like a lot of pizza doughs will be lesser hydration, they'll be firmer. This one's sticky. And you can even go higher hydration, which means more water. When you're baking it in the oven, you want more water or it'll dry out. So the longer baking time, the higher hydration typically on the dough. And the hydration just pertains to the amount of water to dough. Right, so if you have 1,000 grams of flour and 800 grams of water, that would be an 80% hydration. Now I'm gonna oil this plastic bowl so it doesn't stick. And it's a high quality olive oil from Puglia. I'm gonna get my focaccia in here. Now it's gonna rest for at least an hour, preferably 2 hours, until it doubles in size. So right now it's less than, whatever that mark is, 1 quart, 1 liter. It's gonna double until it probably bursts open this brim here. Let it rest in a room temp, a warmer place. All right, so now our focaccia rested for an hour at room temp. We're gonna oil our pan with some high quality olive oil from Puglia so the focaccia does not stick, and it's gonna add flavor, obviously. Now you wanna make sure you get the sides of the pans too. See the nice gluten structure. Now we're probably gonna have to let it sit and ferment for another half hour, an hour or so in the pan. And then once it does that, it'll be easier stretch to the brim. Now we could add our toppings. The more ripe the tomato, the better. We want to get a lot of juice, so I'm even going to squeeze these after I salt them to get some juice out of it. The salt is going to help draw out the moisture in the tomato. Because if we don't do that, I mean, the wetter we can get this dough, the better, since we're doing a longer cook time on the focaccia. So the more tomato juice that I can get in there, the better. We're gonna add some of Grandma Camille's dried oregano. Now I'm gonna put these tomatoes on. It's totally personal preference, but we love to really load it up with tomatoes, and again, use that precious tomato juice. You could even soak the tomatoes in some sea salt earlier in the day, as that will extract more moisture from them, which is great for our longer cook time on this focaccia. Just one pro tip here, please make sure you use pitted olives so you don't crack your teeth open while you're enjoying your focaccia. We preheated our oven to 400 degrees, but you can go as high as 450 or 465. We went on the lower end because we use a baking steel, which gets the bottom of the pan super hot, so we get a really nice crispy bottom crust. We then finished it under the broiler just for 20 or 30 seconds to also get a nice char on top of the focaccia. You can see some nice air pockets in the dough, and you can hear that crisp, so you know we nailed it. As is almost always the case in Italian cooking, we anoint it with some amazing extra virgin, cold pressed olive oil we picked up from Puglia just last summer. Now let's see what our beautiful little sous chef Isabella thinks. Cheers. I can't recommend cooking with your kids enough. It creates an opportunity to unplug and connect in a very real and special way. Thank you for watching and sharing in our culinary journey. Until next time, ciao. Did I do a good job?